What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, it's Chad Moore coming at you from Beach Bluff. Hey, lighting's better this time, right? Lighting's better. Gotta keep getting better. But camera's at this weird angle. It's sitting on a tree right now, man. I don't know. That's the best prop I got. So, look, my videos, I'm gonna try to keep it under 10 minutes. Anything after 10 minutes, you're talking about sitting in church on Sunday morning. And that ain't what I'm trying to do. So look, kind of what's been laid on my heart to talk about this time is being a victim. You know, I'm pretty sure everybody has been in some situation where you either rightfully were or could claim that you're the victim, right? I have, right? I've been in bad situations and people were like, oh, Chad, you know, that's so terrible. Like, I'm sorry that happened for you. And look, people who do that, they mean well. But look, living in a victim mentality is by far probably one of the worst things that you can do. Supporting somebody living in a victim mentality, even if they were literally a victim, is probably one of the worst things that you can do for them. Why is that? The victim never wins. Like they don't. It's perpetual, you know. And I'm not saying people that support you during hard times are necessarily perpetuating you being a victim, but it's very, very, very important for the people that are supporting you to say, hey, this was bad. This was bad. You didn't deserve this, or whatever. However they're going to support you. You know, maybe let you know that you're not at fault. But internally, the most important thing you can do is find your fault. But you're the victim, right? You are the victim. Something bad happened to you. How did you play a part of that? See, everything I want to do videos on is not talking about somebody else and what they did and how to deal with those people, because ultimately there's only one thing. There's only one thing that you absolutely have control over, and you don't even have absolute control of yourself, but it's yourself. You control yourself. You don't control what other people do. So to sit here and really focus on what somebody else has done to you is really counterproductive to you and your mental well-being, right? So my suggestions would be start looking for the flaws or the fault that you played in this. Now, I know that's going to be difficult, especially when somebody maybe really did wrong you. They really did. Well, I didn't do anything wrong, Chad. I was trying to be a good person. Okay. You did something. You did something to allow yourself to be in that situation. Whether it is maintaining a relationship that maybe you shouldn't have. Not that you didn't know that, you may not have known that this person was trying to do something or whatever. It doesn't matter. So, Angie and I was kind of debating this video before I did it. And we kind of didn't see eye to eye on some things, because, well, we're different people. And there may be people out there right now, they're like, no, Chad, you're completely wrong. What you're saying is wrong. And I may be. But in my mind, the things that have helped me get through some stuff is responsibility. What role, what part did I play in this? And she said, Angie asked me, well, what about the scenario of you're sitting in a car in a parking lot and somebody freaking T-bones you? Hey, that's legit. What did you do wrong? You were sitting there in your car. You weren't doing anything. You weren't bothering nobody. You weren't doing anything. You didn't know? How could you have known? So my answer to that is, yeah, you're the victim of a car wreck. You're a victim of a negligent driver. And there are negligent people all in this world. If you don't start thinking about how can I prevent the impact that negligent people have on my life, you're going to continue to be in these bad car wrecks that you have nothing to do with. So my thought is, all right, you did something to allow yourself, you drove to the parking lot, right? You parked in that parking spot, right? You're the one that sat in your car, right? There's 3 things right there that you did to allow yourself to be in that situation. You may not have done anything wrong, but you allowed yourself to be in that situation, right? So what are some things you could have done to prevent yourself from being in that situation? Don't go to the parking lot, right? Whatever you were shopping for, get it on Amazon. All right, I could have done that. That's something I could have done differently. Not that I'd known this was going to happen, right? You parked in that parking spot. You parked in a parking spot that left yourself wide open. You were sitting in a parking lot that there was nothing surrounding you. There was nothing protecting you. There's nothing keeping you from being impacted by negligent people. And the third thing you did was you stayed in the car. You could have not dilly-dallied. You could have got out of the car when you got there and you went in to wherever you were going, right? If you'd done any of those three things, it would at least limited the impact that a negligent person had on your life. It may not have prevented the impacts. Matter of fact, if you'd done the first thing, you never would have been there to get hit by the car. If you shopped at Amazon, you never would have been in the parking lot. Now, this analogy is a lot less complicated than what actually goes on in our lives. And there are going to be situations and instances that you're going to be impacted by a negligent person. But the thing is, instead of letting them claim you as your victim, stand up. You got me. You got me. But look here, you won't get me again. You won't get me again because these are the things that I'm going to do differently. Because these are the things that I can control. Once you start doing that, you start taking the power away from these negligent people. And you don't allow them to do these things to you. Or if you do, you can look them in the face and say, you hurt me. You hurt me and you did me wrong. But I know what I did wrong. I can't change you, I can change me. And once you start doing that, I think you'll notice a much, much, much bigger difference in the amount of control that you have in your life. You know, the fourth thing that I would probably say that you did wrong in the car wreck, or I did wrong in the car wreck, I should say, was even if I had done all those things, get out of the car, whatever, shopped at Amazon, right? My main problem is I wasn't close to God. I wasn't. You know, God was there. God was close to me. God never left me. But I left God. Or I thought I did. I couldn't get away from God. You know, His grace protects us, even in our own ignorance. And that is the biggest thing that you can do. Because you're never, ever going to be able to completely limit the impact on people in your life. But if you stay close to God, He'll speak to you. And He'll keep you safe. You know. And if bad things do happen, He will get you through. But the thing is, if you're constantly blaming everybody else, well, God, they did this and they did this. God's not talking to them. God's talking to you. How did you get here? You know? Was it because you defied His grace and walked away and said, I can do this by myself? God, that's me. That's me. I walked away and said, hey, God, I got this. And He let me. He said, go ahead. I'll be right here. Go ahead. Try it. So, you know, the other thing is, when you think about victims in a whole, and if you want to see this on a grander scale than a car wreck, and I'm not saying retaliate against people who've wronged you. I'm not saying that. You know, vengeance is the Lord's. You know, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm going to show you a good example that everybody knows about, where we as a society said, hey, we're not going to play the victim. You know, we're not going to play the victim. Think about 9/11. Now, say what you want to say about 9/11, all the conspiracy theories and all that good stuff. But I'm thinking about the overall picture of the American people at that moment. Whenever the planes hit the Twin Towers, we were devastated. We were sad. But we did something. We said, all right, where did we make our mistakes? And we stood up and we said, we're not going to be your victim. We're not going to be your victim. You know, that's who the American people are. That's who we are as a people, you know. And when we get down in our personal lives, sometimes we forget not to play the victim. And if somebody supports you being the victim, patting you on the butt, it's okay, you didn't deserve it. Yeah, you didn't deserve it. You didn't deserve it. Maybe you did deserve it. Who knows? I deserved a lot of stuff that happened to me. I deserved it. I'm not the victim. I caused it. I caused it. If I didn't cause it, I at least made way for it. All right? So, you know, my videos, I really want to focus on us. What can we do about ourselves? Man, sometimes you might watch the video and think, that dude is crazy. Hey, you may be right. But that's my take on victim mentality, you know. And I've noticed that the more you allow yourself to be the victim, the easier it is to play the victim, you know, throughout your life. Sooner or later, you might be thinking you're the victim when you're not. You're not the victim. Not the victim. Nope. Did it yourself, maybe. Don't surround yourself with people that are going to allow you to play the victim. Surround yourself with people that says, hey, man, that sucks. you know. Now, what can we do? What can we do to prevent it from happening again? And what can we do to get you out of this hole? You know, the victim mentality, I've noticed that if I keep that victim mentality, what I start being is very ungrateful for the blessings that I had. We got a really good blessing yesterday, and I was playing a victim. I was like, God, that's not enough. You know, I deserve more. You know, I can't do what I need to do with that blessing. I was playing a victim to God for a blessing that he gave us. You know, my mind started twisting and said, you know, you deserve more than this. This is not, look at all the things that you want to do, that this is not enough. The things that you went through, that's a victim mentality. And you got to pull yourself back and say, man, quit being ungrateful. You know, quit being ungrateful. You've been blessed. Hey, look, hope that wasn't too heavy. There might be a lot of inaccuracies, and it might be a lot of rambling. That's what's been going through my head for the past several weeks. And I just want to share that with y'all. Look, guys, if you got any comments, please leave them in the comment section. Suggestions, you know, some of the suggestions from the last video was, yeah, dude, fix your lighting. Hey, I asked the Lord to fix my lighting, and here it is. He did it. But leave your comments if you've got any ideas on things that we think we need to talk about. If you like it, hit like. If you don't like it, put some comments down there. You know, help guide me. And share it. Look, if there's anybody out there you think that might benefit from this message, share it. I'd love to get it out there and see if, you know, we as a community can help some people maybe going through some rough times. You know, hey, look, God bless. I love y'all.